Hey everybody, how's it going? We got there, we got these guys, we got these guys, we got those guys, and I'm trying to get this rolling up here. This is not wanting to roll, and I would like to know why, because it's really sort of terrible. If you guys have questions about anything, make sure to get them. Let's see, why? Stream is healthy, Alex is healthy. Okay, so what do I got to do to go live? Wait, is that stream supposed to actually like be active right now? Morning. Hiya, Ibrahimi. A Yalbrahimi? Ayelbrahimi? Sorry. What's up, 3D Doodle Art? Rokoff. How's it going, guys? Morning. It is evening over here where I am. It is 10:30 at night right at the moment. And I thought I was going to go for the full hour, but I'm not sure I'm going to because I want to go home and I want to sleep. But we will see how we do. How's it going, Frogbox? It is late. It is very late. Well, it's not very late. It is 10:30 p.m. my time. Where's everybody coming from? It's not supposed to be this tough to stream on YouTube, but apparently it's going to be, because it always is. Twig PB, best flavor of tea. Interesting question. Is a true tea or what people call tea? Because if I have tea, oh, Israel, welcome. Hello, what's up, y'all? Yeah, it's really early actually over there. If you're in Israel, everybody in the EU is early morning right now. That's okay. I'm going to deal with it anyway. The version of tea, because like real tea leaves or just things that people call tea. Because like I think what herbal gray isn't actually a tea or whatever it was, or chamomile isn't. I don't know the rules. I had a girlfriend who was really into tea at one point, and she told me the differences, and I thought it was interesting at the time, and then I forgot about it. And we're no longer dating, so that's how that happened. But my favorite tea, I think, was like a lemon something or another, because I just like lemon. I like zest in my tea, and like orange and lemon and that kind of stuff are not true teas because they're not from the leaves. So yeah, anyhow. Ryan Watson, doing any SLS 3D printing? No, and we never will. SLS is will be a dead technology. I don't think SLS, it might have its place, maybe, but I kind of doubt it. SLS, hitting a bunch of powdered plastic with a laser seems so much worse than hardening resin with a laser or putting it down with a nozzle with a more maintainable process. So SLS can go the way of the white buffalo because I don't think it's a good technology. The one benefit it has is that it does not require support, and that's legitimate. But SLS also requires post-processing, always. So I'm not a fan of SLS. I don't like SLS. Let's see here. I'm fighting with this, trying to see why. Okay, since none of this works, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Because why the heck can't I? In terms of print quality, SLS has the same print quality as all the other processes, arguably worse. SLS is worse than SLA and equivalent to FDM, so I don't really know where it sits as far as having better functionality. Yeah, we'll have ads. I don't care. Let's go ahead and do that. Public, sure. There we go. Done. Let's see how this goes. We're going to get 2 streams on YouTube. Hoorah! Let's see what happens. Have you made any comparisons of your guys' machines' capabilities versus commercially available ones? Yeah, we test our machines. We benchmark our machines in our print farm against new machines all the time, and we benchmark new machines all the time in order to ensure that we are doing whatever we got to get done there. But yeah, our machines match any commercially available machine you would get a hold of. Most machines are pretty much all the same now. The only real difference in machinery is the only real thing that causes a difference in print quality is the material that you're running through it. The machine is kind of irrelevant anymore. Okay, let me turn this on. I'm going to try to go live. I don't know. Oh, hey, that's actually working. What's up? Sick. Yeah. Could you help with modeling tips for clean prints in Blender? Don't know anything about Blender there, man. If you want modeling tips, though, we have the YouTube channel. We go through all kinds of things of how to do stuff. Have you tried printing with PLA Aero? I'm getting stringing effects using it on Bamboo X1C. I have not used PLA Aero. PLA Aero is a knockoff material that is meant to go for faster speeds and faster cooling and that kind of thing. It's not really a material that we would use in production. So Slant 3D does mass production 3D printing. So our main print farm is spec'd out for 3,000 machines. Our software Teleport gives anybody 1,000 machines on tap. But in order to do that, we have to have really reliable materials throughout that are really predictable, so we don't end up working with the experimental materials like PLA Aero and that kind of stuff. What else? What's up, Protham? I'm currently running a print on metal and using Inconel 625. Nice. That's good times. Are you doing? Are you doing selective centering? Are you doing laser printing or one of the other methodologies? If you're running, on the Metal X. Okay, you're using the Metal X machine. Gotcha. Nice. All right, yeah, that's going to be a fun project. What's your electricity run a month with that many machines? 3-phase? The mega farm has about 50,000 amps of power into the side wall of it all. We have breakers that Frankenstein would be jealous of. But yes, it's all 3-phase. We go from a 480 volt system, and then we step that down in order to run the machines. We've worked on having a 480 directly to 24 volt system installed, but no one has really done that correctly for us, and some of the stuff has just scared us. So we're working on building that out over time. How did you get your hands on Metal X machine, Doom? Oh, I've never messed with the Metal X myself, but I've heard about it, read about it, seen a couple. We don't do any metal 3D printing. I personally, metal 3D printing has a few key uses right now that are very interesting, but a lot of it just is not that use. It hasn't hit broad stream or again like mass production. Okay, how's everybody over here doing? Interesting. Streaming straight through to YouTube is an interesting experience. Oh, nice. You got a hold of one through the university. That's cool. Where's everybody coming from? What countries do we have? Most everybody I'm going to imagine is in, I think we have India, maybe Taiwan, obviously a few folks in Europe, Germany, UK, upstate New York. Nice. So it's 2 in the morning over there, dude. Well, I guess it's 1, or is it it's 12:30 your time there. You got Michigan, Canada. Rain wants it. Canada. That's not. You can't say Canada. Canada isn't in a time zone. You have 12 time zones like the rest of us big countries. Which part of Canada? Are you on the French side or the movie side? Have you guys thought of doing CNC machining similar to Send Cut Send? Also, I'm in Florida. No, Send Cut Send is doing it, and they're good at it. We're a 3D printing company, so we make FDM parts, and we have not made all the plastic parts that there are to make. So we won't be introducing CNC machining for quite some time. Southern California, nice. Washington State, nice. Okay. In Australia here, a live stream in my awake time. I've learned a lot from... Nice. Bazaars, glad you're in Australia. Bazaars, do you run a 3D printing business, or do you just watch them for the design videos kind of in general? How do I get in touch about setting up a consultation call about getting a product in to do production? I'm rocking out. Go ahead and go to the Slant 3D site and just upload a file. It'll auto-quote anything up to 1,000 pieces. And then if you need more or something special, then you submit it on through, and then the sales team gets a hold of it. But just go to slant3d.com and upload your file, and somebody will take a look. All right. What's your opinion of CS or glass-filled filaments? Without reading, they're really great. Carbon fiber is a little bit overrated. Glass-filled does pretty much everything that carbon fiber does, but is safer. And there are all kinds of benefits from those materials. The filling eliminates layer lines. It doesn't really impact strength that much, except compressively. It does a bit, but like you mess with durability and interlayer adhesion there too, so it has knock-on effects. But carbon fiber is sort of trendy. Glass-filled is equivalent, but less cool sounding. That's my initial reaction to it. There's other nuances to it. Stiffness, dimensional stability, and matte finish without fuzzy skin, not strength or toughness or anything else in the market. Yeah. Fuzzies, but here's the thing. Like, if you're going for texture, fuzzy skin is the correct way to do it, because if you use a material fill to create texture, you compromise the material. Again, interlayer adhesion, strength, all of that stuff kind of goes away. So yeah, just watch out for that kind of stuff. Bazaars, mostly the design, just printing at home, often designing something for friends. Bazaars, if you design something for friends, you should upload it to portals. Because if your friends want it, somebody else on the planet might want it. And it takes like 30 seconds to upload it to portals, and then anyone on the planet can get a hold of the print. And then if you die and you're the one guy on the world who redesigned the doorknob to fit the doors in your apartment complex or something like that, people will be able to find the spare parts. So even if you're not wanting to run the business, go ahead and set up a portals just to like maintain a record and build resources for people. Follow-up, could portals offer PETGF anytime soon? Using it for all of my car's aero parts. Nice. How many parts you making per month there, the Insane Zane? We will basically introduce any material into teleporter portals, but it needs to have a certain minimum quantity per month. What's up, Buddy Mac? Let's see here. I love the idea of portals, forming an idea to use as a fundraiser. Ooh, yeah, that's a really good one. We've had a couple of people do fundraisers on portals. I think we've had some First Robotics teams have used them for like merchandise stuff, and a hospital. I think it was a hospital who did something also. It was healthcare related. I'm not sure if it was a hospital. If my friends want it, others will too. Yes, absolutely. Okay. What else? Am I able to share? Am I able to move stuff around? I'm trying. Ooh, I can. Oh, sick. On the other stream, I have a desktop stream running on YouTube right now that I'm not entirely sure is actually doing anything. But it's running. YouTube's probably dinging me because I have this one and this one open. But we will see. On this one, I can screen share. Oh, actually, given the fact that I can screen share, STL Bash Slant tools. Yeah. What do you do for bed adhesion? You keep the bed clean. That's the universal secret. What's up, Sculpt 3D Collections? Tobias, Gabe Lovers, Diego. How many people watching this right now are on mobile? Who's on their phone? Who is doom scrolling and ran across this stream right now? I want to know kind of demographically what everybody's been doing, because we got a lot of people in the United States, and it is not like you should all be in bed if you're in the United States. Actually, this is interesting. The podcast this week, Doom, you're on mobile. Yeah, desktop. Okay. Interesting. Who else is mobile? Who else is desktop? I do. I'm going to take that over there and do a screen share right here. And then if I go ahead and do that, sweet. Look who's streaming STL Bash. I'm going to grab you guys. Mobile, Mobile. Yes, this is the world we live in. Small market. Yeah, PC, mobile, desktop. Okay, so Australia and Insane Zane, weren't you someplace else? Oh, there's a whole mess of people showing up now. From Bulgaria, I'm on the phone. Phone and TV? Hello. I'm on the TV? That's sick. Like that I'd wave to my mom, but I know she's not there. It is weird. Like the fact that YouTube, I know that 30% of the people who watch our streams, our podcast, all those kind of things are watching it on the TV. And I love being on the TV because mobile's cool, but like I'm tiny, I'm small, I'm right here. It's very intimate this sort of way. But on the TV, like I get to do all this kind of stuff, and I feel like I'm way more in with the camera. I love the concept of TV because it's big screen, it's awesome. There's a reason to be there. 3D. It's late. I'm tired. It's been a long day. But you can't see me. Oh, that wasn't even like good TV because I was screen sharing when I was doing all that stuff. Hold on. Now, there we are on the TV. Totally worth it. All right. All right. So this was STL Bash. We did a number of updates to STL Bash here, and listening. I'm driving on the RTO1 on the Olympic Peninsula. Okay. Interesting. If you're driving, how did you even find the stream? What you doing? Deep cut. Hi, Isabella. We're working on building a water slide. That's my best Phineas. We updated STL Bash to have several new features here to where you can more easily move stuff around. You can also place in holes, and then if you do a rectangular pattern on those holes, whoops, we also have better undo features now. But if you do a rectangular, not right there. If you do a rectangular pattern on these holes, get it selected, rectangular pattern that, apply the pattern. Now you can go ahead and grab everything and place it a set of holes wherever you want into this thing. And then as soon as you confirm that, you'll get 4 holes cut into this duck, just the way we like it. And now you can actually set holes into your prints. And then this duck is also not round on the bottom. So we can go ahead and split the model, and it will create a horizontal plane here that you can move up and down and around and place it right there, and then go ahead and do that split, and it will flatten the bottom of your model so that now you know it's actually sitting on the build plate appropriately. And let's see here, what else did we do? We did Booleans, but there's all that stuff. Oh, also, we added in a file, a support file today called a support comb. And the support comb, should have dropped that right there. The support comb is basically this fingered wall that if you have a part that needs a lot of support, 2, 3, sorry, it's 1 click for 2, 1 click for 3. Hold on here. There we go. 3 clicks for spin, 2 clicks for something, scale, and whatever. But anyhow, the support pin wall will let you, if you have something tall and skinny or a group of tall and skinny things, you can put them up against this support comb, and the comb will hold it steady all the way up, and then it's really easy to trim off. Okay, but those were updates that we did to STL Bash. And also, if you're working with a particular model and you want the other ones to be kind of translucent, you can pick one that's translucent, and then you can mess around with it in different ways. Well, it used to be able to, oh yeah, the duck goes translucent. The duck goes translucent on himself. The duck goes translucent on himself. There we go. We need to change that. That is not working quite appropriately right now. That's okay. We'll get out of it. Life will go on. We will all survive. Okay, who else is around? Oh, holy cow. You made a holy duck. What's up, Making Layers? A water slide, which is better? The ice, that is the ice slide. That is my road. Ooh, good times. Yeah, all you guys are getting some snow. I'm in Idaho. Normally we have quite a bit of snow right now. We have no snow right now. And quite frankly, today was warm and balmy. It was really weird. All right, I have to go to bed now. Good night. See you later. Uh, will plastic manufacturers will eventually get into filament making? It makes more sense to extrude it as filament rather than extrude and cut pellets than extrude the pellets into filament. The pellets inside of filament extrusion are not made from previous plastic extrusion. The vast majority of them are not. They're made through a different kind of generation process. But so yeah, the colorant is sometimes extruded. But yeah, overall, plastic manufacturers probably won't get into extrusion because extrusion is just very low margin work and is going lower. Like the work we did with Tangled, where we took the cost of a spool of filament from $20 down to 10, still made in the USA. A lot of people can't do that because it's just not affordable to do it. What is STL Bash? STL Bash is a tool that we built to replace 3D Builder. So 3D Builder wasn't really hosted anymore, but it had a lot of really good tools for fixing STLs, leveling beds, placing models in there, arranging stuff, all these kind of things. But then Microsoft killed the project. You can still go download it, but it's a lot of effort to download. So we wanted a web version of it. So we went ahead and built STL Bash here so that you could kit bash STL models. So they have things like the support comb here. This is a demo duck. Don't need that. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. But you can do things like drag in a few of our demo models here. We have negatives, so you can create products. So like this is a sprinkler head negative. So if you move this over, put that into here just like this, shove that over there like that, and then just do a Boolean on it, you will, oh no. Don't want that. Hold on. If you move it over here, select that like this, and then do a subtract, then the thing will make it a sprinkler. And now you have a sprinkler. See, sprinkler. All the holes right there and the sprinkler hose out there. This is not a wide enough part to make the sprinkler because we can't thread it, but that's what it's for. Any plans on launching a Discord server? Twig PB. That's not a bad idea. We have Reddit, we have Instagram, we have YouTube. There's a lot of places to talk to people. And if we do a Discord server, it has to be monitored and somebody has to interact with it. And the team doesn't have a lot of spare time right now. So we don't know how to do it. We're not stopping anybody from doing it. Everybody can build a Discord server. I know there's Discord servers out there that I think are just dedicated to like bashing me and whining about our stuff. But like I don't have time to be helping out because if we're on Discord, we want to make sure it's a good experience for people, which means being available, offering resources and help and all that kind of stuff. So we want to make sure that people have a good experience. And if they don't, then it's bad. So I would rather not do something than do something poorly. So until we can really make sure that the Discord is taken care of, we haven't done it yet. Maybe a comically large printer just for lols. We have an Orange Storm Giga in the factory. It's 3 feet to a side or 4 feet to a side, 1 meter by 1 meter, 3 feet to a side. So yeah, it's big enough. Do you even have a life? No, I work for a living. I am a startup CEO. I do not have a life. The spare moments are filled up with work, and then when you wake up, you go to work, and then you work for a while, and then when everybody goes home, you get some work done, and then before you leave the office, you finish up with a little bit of work, and then you go home and you sleep, and then you start up and do work. But worth it. There was a Discord server already. Sherlock Holmes, where was the Discord server? What was the Discord server? I didn't know about the Discord server. I know we had one for Teleport a while, for like a year ago, but then we turned it off. Because we weren't maintaining it. And we thought the problem with Discord for us is like when you answer a question on Discord, it's not stored and it's not searchable. So we moved the Discord over to the subreddit. So the subreddit is 3D Print Entrepreneurs. That Reddit has public record of it all. So we can't delete stuff. Anybody who asks a question has other people to help them answer it. And it's searchable by Google and findable by ChatGPT. So if a question is answered over there, it then helps other people into perpetuity because you can always find that Reddit thread if you need it. You can't always find the Discord thread. I heard even when he sleeps, he's working. No, I'm not that good. How do you price your prints? By perceived value or filament costs? Never by filament costs. There is a tool called 3D Print Price Calculator. Everybody should use this to see if you have a viable business, because almost nobody ever does this 3D Print Price Calculator. We gotta get a different URL for this. This is terrible. But 3D Print Price Calculator goes through and estimates all your costs based on what your operation is, how many parts per month you make, how much you pay in rent, what your taxes are in your locale. It'll adjust. It should adjust to your local currency. Anybody who's not in the United States, go to 3D Print Price Calculator and tell me if it shows it in your local currency. What are you Aussies? Get over here and use this thing. But this tool really shows you like what the real cost of printing a part is. If you're just starting out, you can take the cost of your time, your filament, and your rent and that kind of stuff and multiply that by 3. That is the minimum you should charge for an item. And then if you know what your value is, you should go off of value. That is the thing to do. 3dprintpricecalculator.com. That's correct, Vincent. What do you think about the laws making 3D printing in Washington need to go through? Yeah, no, I'm not a potato. I'm not talking about that. Here's my thought on the laws. I am happy to help on that if someone gives any sort of freaking actionable information. Everyone in the 3D printing community is whining about it, and I agree. It's a stupid law, it's unimplementable, and it's dumb and overreaching and all the rest of it. But what do you want me to do about it? Write to Congressman. Congressman doesn't listen to me. I don't live in Washington. They take letters from their constituents, not from random people in other states or countries. So I talked to a few of the guys in Washington who were close to the bill and said, hey, do you guys need an industry expert to come up for a hearing? Or are you reaching out to the congressman or anything like that? And they were just like, no. I was just like, okay, so this is all just drama. If nobody's doing anything about it, then it's not for real. Hey, Terra Labs. Terra Labs, what's up, dude? You guys are awesome. By the way, keep doing what you're doing. Terra Labs, love your stuff. Excellent, excellent. Everybody go follow Terra Labs. If you're on Instagram or someplace else, everybody go follow Terra Labs. They do amazing work with lamps and industrial design. Amazing work. Hope your business is going good, man. Oh, the poem on the back? Yeah. If. That is the best poem. If by Rudyard Kipling. Everyone should read that poem. I'm not going to read it here unless you ask nice. But yes, this down here in the studio, it used to be my office. And that was on the wall. I didn't take it upstairs with me. But it used to be I should take that upstairs with me. It is better if that was in public for everybody else to see. And actually, I want it back on my desk because I love if. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can, the doubters. Oh, wait, is it? Now I'm missing the first few lines. Oh, if you can keep your wits when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubtings too. Yeah. What do you think of the new Prusa print heads that print silicone or insert magnet stuff into the print? Do you think that's where 3D printing will go? Not just multi-nozzle, multi-print head too? My personal opinion on multi-head printers is that it's a bad idea because you overcomplicate an individual machine. Everybody will continue to build multi-head machines because for prototyping, it's very useful. In production, it's not useful at all. It's very dangerous. It's not even not useful. It's just impractical. So yeah, multi-head extruders won't be used in large print farms in too many different ways. Here's the thing, here's a perfect example that proved me out. There is a company just south of us a few hours called Wiglets, Z. Bailey Designs. And they made little fidget critters that are being sold in Target. And they're making a bunch of, I came from the gym, but my knee, but they created a bunch of tools, or they created a bunch of fidget toys that are being sold in Target. And they're building out a massive print farm down there. It's 3,000 to 10,000 machines is what they're targeting. But what they have, they're releasing a new group of the toys, and the new group of toys are vinyl. So they're not continuing with multicolor 3D printing. They're going with vinyl because vinyl is more efficient for multicolor types of parts at large scales. I agree. Printing is great for single color parts on demand, and it can still hit scale with that. But yeah, do you do resin and FDM? No, we only do FDM. Resin doesn't work for. We're building a warehouse where the shelves make the product, so that anybody can order an item and it appear on the shelf, which is i.e. the 3D printer. So you can't do that with resin because resin requires too much post-processing. FDM does not require post-processing. If a part is well designed, it can go off of an FDM printer and go right into a box. Are you still working at 11 p.m.? No, I'm not working. I'm streaming on the company channel. It's not work. This isn't real work. Yes, I am still working. I got done. This evening I was working. We're building out a new sales funnel. And so I worked on that for a bit. And then I did some writing for videos, did some CAD for videos. We got some good videos coming out the next few weeks. Like, I'm excited about the next couple of weeks of videos. They're really good. And then I went to the gym. And then I came back here real quick because I remembered we had not done a stream today, because I thought I was going to do it at noon. And then I was like, no, we need to experiment late at night. So this is the late at night experiment. What about the details? Are there FDM with detailed prints? Oh, FDM is as good as any other process for creating details. FDM has always been able to match everything else. You can measure FDM and resin by pixel size. Resin has a smaller pixel size than FDM, but not by much. A lot of the DLP resin machines, which is a smartphone, are using a pixel size, and the pixel is about the size of like a 0.2 nozzle. So FDM can match the resolution of resin easily. It's just slower-ish, but FDM is just more robust and has better materials. What is the most absurd thing you've seen printed on your machines that you can talk about? Oh, I've seen absurd things on our print machines that I can't talk about. What do you think of gel suspension printing? Gel suspension printing is cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to get distracted immediately, but I saw this comment over here. I can't talk about the most absurd thing. We've had all the things go through the print farm at one point or another, and I've had to deal with all of them. Do you have some coaching? I have 3D printers P1S in the Philippines. Vincent, if you're in the Philippines, what you should do, here's my quick piece of advice. If you're in the Philippines, you want to sell into the United States. You can't sell into the United States because tariffs and international shipping. It'll stop all your sales. You need to set up a teleport store, and then then set up a Shopify store or an Etsy store for the United States. And when somebody gets an order in the US, Teleport will print and ship the item straight to that customer for you. So you get a print farm inside the United States that you can run from the Philippines. And then you're selling in the United States, and all the money comes to you. What do you think of the suspension printing? The suspension 3D printing is awesome. It's really cool. I want to see more of it. That's a great idea. That is like, it still has like the problems of powder and everything else that you have to wash it, but I'm sure that gel can just be dunked really quickly and then the part is fine. So I think suspension printing is awesome. I am still kind of amazed and confused by it because it doesn't have layer lines in the parts that I've seen, and I don't know how they're getting that done. Like, I have not looked close enough at the chemicals in that process to understand how you can extrude through gel and have it bond cleanly with the layer below it. I literally do not understand how that works, and that's so awesome. But it looks amazing, and what a great video. Is STL Bash available to us? Yeah, making layers. STL Bash is available online. The URL right here. It's stlbash.com. Sorry about that. Missed that earlier. But yeah, STL Bash is right there. Here's all the things. Let's, I'm going to, oh, also, by the way, we put negatives into STL Bash. So if you're designing stuff in Teleport, you can get access to like phone charger dies and pucks and negatives and all that kind of stuff. Would a 3D printing business be a good idea for a software engineer escaping AI slop to make the ends meet? So Andras Moxery, I apologize. Hardware is really hard, and 3D printed products are hardware. People who are successful spike, but then they die because they get in a fashion or something else. Generally, 3D printing businesses and hardware in general are also very slow takeoff. So if you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme or a get-money-fast scheme, that printing isn't the one. Go drive Uber. But within software, though, I don't know. Software's weird right now. I get AI has taken over all of it, and yes, the hiring has not increased, and Stack Overflow's going to hell and all the rest of it. It's rough out there. But I can't get over the fact that we will need more software. Any good software, competent software developer will be making so much more software in the next 3 years. You'll just be guiding a bunch of AIs. This last week, today, I spent the day building out a demonstration vibe-coded app using our API because I wanted to build out a prompt set so that other people could do it. And I was just like, this is amazing. I know enough about software to where I don't cause problems with this. I literally had like 3 instances of Lovable up, and I was working on 3 different apps. So while this one was turning, I'd work on that one, and then while that one was turning, I'd work on that one. And I was just guiding it along, and it'd say, well, it's broken, it didn't work. And I tested the thing, and I'm like, you stupid idiot, you move this over here. And then it got redirected. But I was an established engineer guiding the AIs. And if you can do that, you can go down to like your local hardware store or machine shop and build software for them. And you can be one developer doing the work of a few so that you can actually become a software team rather than a software developer. So that's kind of where it goes. STL Bash run on the Mac. STL Bash runs in the browser, so it should run on any computer on the planet. You can run it in your phone. We're working on improving the mobile experience for STL Bash, but yeah, it's around. What do you recommend for splicing big prints? Oh, hang on here. Ow. Oh, Teleport. What was that? Teleport. Go to slantpod.com, Vincent. Teleport gives you access to our giant print farm. It gives you 1,000 3D printers. So when a customer buys something from you, Teleport will print the item and ship it to the customer. Etsy stores use it to get 1,000 printers during peak seasons. There's a lot of people who set it up as passive income on the side, so when they get an order, the item prints and ships for them. There are businesses who use it for spare parts. Teleport just gives you immediate access to our print farm. Feels weird to listen at 2x. How are you able to listen at 2x? This is a live stream. I guess you're earlier. Maybe you just caught up. But I don't know how you're getting me at 2x right now if you're in this moment. If I'm responding to that comment, there's no way you're at 2x right now. What is the best way? I started working with ASA. ASA or ABS. Here's the rule. Don't use ABS. Use ASA. Don't even get started with ABS. ASA is better in every single way. Use ASA. Ignore ABS. ABS is a stupid material that shouldn't exist. Ben White. What's up, man? What's the best way to design tool inserts for my Milwaukee Packout toolboxes? Design tool inserts. Oh. There's a couple ways. You can trace them inside of Autodesk. Or you can upload them to Google Gemini and have Gemini export an outline of it. And then you take that into Autodesk and extrude it down. And now you have an outline of your tool. You can also use tooltrace.ai. And Tooltrace will turn it into a Gridfinity brick that you can print out. What do you think of potential methods to reduce, eliminate stair-stepping, layer lines, like variable layer heights or mild versions of non-planar printing? They don't require physical printer mods. The adaptive layer height is the easiest thing, and also just designing the part to where you don't have those types of curved upper surfaces. Um, Non-linear printing is a dead end. It has very little value and is really unstable and does not improve the surface finish. So yeah, I'm not a fan of non-linear printing. Yeah, Tooltrace AI, Vincent. And then slantpod.com, slantpod.com are the places you want to go. Thanks for being open to Gray Pet G. What stands in the way of having filament length included in the component add-ons? A filament length? What are we talking about? Filament length in the add-ons. Yeah, we're open to any material. You can get anybody can get any material into Teleport. You just have to kind of hit minimum volumes, or be an enterprise user, and we'll turn on whatever you want. Plenty of designs in the nerd space use filament as hinge. Oh, filament as hinge material. Got it. Got it. I am opposed to that as a product designer because a strand of filament inside of a box does not look like a hinge. It looks like a strand of filament left over inside of the box. That's fine if you're a hobbyist. It's really bad if you're a consumer receiving a product. So if you're wanting hinge materials or something, we would rather have a steel bar, a 1.75 steel bar or something along those lines, or a threaded rod or something like that, to where it's a good hinge rather than the filament insert. Though I get where you're going with that. The filament insert wires are, yeah, it's tough to barcode, and it looks like a piece of plastic trash inside of the box. I guess we can. I guess we can do it. If it's PLA, it'll snap inside the box. So, okay, we do PET G. Yeah, I guess we can get it done there. Just add a metal rod. They aren't that expensive. Yeah, I would vote for the metal rod if it was me. I'm thinking of the flexibility because of variable lengths. Oh, that's a good point. Being able to trim it down so that you have a foot long length that then works with all the hinge designs. Oh, that's a good point. Are you selling stuff, Ben? Are you moving parts through? Do you have a volume per month that you do right now? Could you post a link to STL Bash? It is stlbash.com. Just type in stlbash.com. That's where it is. You could even cut the metal rod to size in an automated way if you wanted. We could cut it to size, but then you have 20 different sizes. What Ben's getting at is the fact that the customer can take the filament, cut it to length for whatever box, and then you don't have to have tons of different sizes, which I really appreciate because that's a really good lean way of doing it. I sell an SLA right now. I'm spinning up FDM through Teleport, but the Etsy photo requirements are the slow part. Oh, Ben, go over to the subreddit. And we have a product photography GPT over there to where you can just upload a screenshot of the STL and it will render out a product photo for you. And so long as the AI doesn't hallucinate and doesn't lie to you, it should be fine. Any update on Tangled Tough PLA? Our Tangled is already, well, wait, what happened to my connection? Hold on. Just lost internet. Did I lose internet because of that? I'm sorry, everybody over there. What happened? Our wired internet just killed itself. Okay. Who bought the Shapeways machines? Da, da, da. Yeah. Who bought the Shapeways machines? I don't know. Yeah, we didn't. Shapeways didn't really go out of business. It was bought back up by a company called Manuevo, which was the original Shapeways founders, who then took it over and are rebuilding it now. When the internet dropped, your audio cleared up. Really? On this? On this stream or over there? Weird. We were streaming straight from YouTube, but yeah, apparently I don't know. We probably had a power outage. Our wired internet into this building is such terribleness, and the phone company always is flipping switches or something, and we can't speed it up anymore because we're too far away from the hub. So they can't thicken the copper or make it better, and we can't get to fiber. So we're gonna have to stick Starlinks on the roof. But I'm too cheap because we're gonna have to put like 2 Starlinks on the roof, and the data limits on that are too much for us because they limit you to like 5 gigs. I'm open to anything, any suggestions people have, but they were limiting us to like 5 or 10 gigs, and I was just like, we use that in a day. What are we supposed to do? Elon, come on, just passing this through lasers. Get some bandwidth. Yeah, there was white noise on the YouTube stream. Really, on this one right here. There we go. We're back. Maybe it might even continue on. Hey, look at that. Maybe, just maybe. Is that? Oh, it actually is. Nope. Gone again. The other stream went down. Yeah, I know. We were just talking about that. Having internet problems. What do you recommend for splicing big prints? 3 foot in size, auto slicing. Oh, there's nothing that'll auto slice it for you there, Vincent, that I'm aware of. Somebody else might have a suggestion. But you can go in an STL Bash and cut it all up. Oh, we should do that. Actually, that's not a bad idea. A couple of years ago, I designed basically a big old cheese grater that would... That's so weird. Hold on. I've never seen this icon before. Weird. Ooh. How do you set up a peer-to-peer wireless connection to the data center? We don't have, do we have line of sight? I don't think we do have line of sight, but we have line of sight to a Meta data center near us, and we're 2 miles from Micron, but that's not a bad idea. We might be able to get a dish that could actually bounce that around. Would they let us? Is that like fine? Or are you making a joke? Because now, as I say this out loud, I'm like, oh yeah, every data center would totally let us mooch off their internet connection through a microwave dish or something. Okay, let's see. Update on Tangled Tough PLA. We're not going to make any Tangled Tough PLA. We're not. There's no value in it. Tangled Tough or Pro PLA and that kind of stuff, and PLA Plus are kind of gimmicky. They don't have a lot of real value. We're working. We are releasing. Anybody watching here, yeah, you'll get a notification from Tangled here in the next day or two. I think we're going to be able to turn loose $20 PCTG. We're doing that in a partnership. I think we'll be able to get that turned loose tomorrow. Yeah. So there will be $20 PCTG. And right now, PCTG, I think, costs $35 or $40 for most suppliers. So we'll be able to take the floor out on that, which will be pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the data center is going to play ball on something like that. Not the ones around here. How do I reorient a part in STL Bash? Double click on it. 1 click to move, double click to scale, triple click to rotate. Oh, that's right. I no longer have the string to demo it. Oh, wow. Literally, somebody must have whacked our phone line because it's just going in and out all the time here. That's brutal. A tool to create improved 3D printed product photos in the subreddit. Done that. Been there. Go over to the wiki. The wiki on the subreddit 3D Print Entrepreneurs, and it will have down there a photography for cookie cutters and product photography. Use the product photography GPT. I hope it works. That's how we made it. Yeah, there it is. Back up again. Hey guys, for like 2 seconds, and then it's probably gonna die. Oh no, it might be stable now. It's not blinking. It might actually maintain a connection for a minute. Okay. I will. Oh my gosh, it's been an hour. All right, guys, we got like 5 minutes because I am going to leave here. I am not going to overrun today. Thank you, Vincent. Yeah, Vincent, get signed up for Teleport. It would be a good resource for you. Why did you pick Boise, Idaho? My previous company, I ran a product design firm that did robotics design and consulting and R&D. We were working here because we were designed for remote work. And then the original print farm was being built inside of that company. And at that time, Boise had cheaper warehousing and real estate and electricity. And we thought, well, it won't matter if this breaks loose, we'll move to someplace else. And it broke loose. We were going to move to Austin, Texas 4 years ago, literally pack up shop and go down there. But the week that I was buying the tickets to go down and scout Austin, the facility, the train factory that we are currently in, that now houses the mega farm, our 3,000 machine farm, it came on the market. And we were just like, bird in the hand versus two in the bush. So we moved into the mega farm, and that kept us in Idaho in a way that I didn't think we would do. Been looking into cookie cutters via teleport. Wouldn't PETG be better than PLA without much more cost? Totally up to you, man. PETG, yeah, totally up to you. Yeah, you can print cookie cutters with PETG or PLA. Though, if cost is the component inside your cookie cutters at all, you're probably not pricing them correctly. But yeah, PETG is fine. PETG can sometimes have residual like stringing or like burrs and stuff inside of it that don't always get knocked off in post-processing. So PLA prints cleaner. PLA also can be more durable because PETG, when printing, you can sometimes have layer delamination because cookies have a really thin cutting knife. And that sometimes can cool so quickly that after a few uses of the cookie cutter, which can't be identified, it can break up, and PLA can be more durable. But yeah, PLA is better or PETG is better for dishwasher safe. So pick what you want to do. PETG is fine. Alrighty, fair enough, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get going here. I'm going PETG on my options. I like down near Vegas, and I've had too many items suffer heat damage. Yep. Oh, to you. Yeah, people leaving stuff on the porch, PLA will warp inside of there. Yeah, so the PETG is fine. And yeah, we'll always get it right. See y'all later. Have a good one. Okay.